For those working from home, it can be hard to power off when technology is right at your fingertips. So, how can we cut through the guilt and keep our wellness off the web? Joining us now is digital wellness expert Cathy Mellett. Cathy, welcome to the program. What on earth is digital wellness?
Well, digital wellness is that combination of your physical and mental health in this digital age, and acknowledging that at any point in time, digital can be both friend and foe. Friend, as you've said, for working, but foe in terms of those heightened sense of comparisonitis that you can get in that environment.
So what do we do then to to improve our digital wellness?
There's so many things that you could be doing, but perhaps the first is be your own barometer. Make sure you understand how you're feeling and take steps to actually support that. Get your tech life balance in order. You know, we know that on average a person picks up their phone 58 times in a day. But with heightened media coverage, the tendency is to do that a lot more. So be mindful of the fact that you are possibly turning to digital a lot more, and that digital could cause that higher level of anxiety. And then again, as I said, you know, that tech life balance is also important. Get some nature time, get some time outside, get some time away from the tech and away from the work to be able to balance how you're feeling.
Absolutely. As you say, in times like this, we want information and we want it now, so we're more inclined to pick up our phones. Some good advice there, Cathy. Thank you so much, Cathy Mellett, with us this morning, the digital wellness expert.
Morning, what a privilege this morning to be on the AM show. But as we know with television, the time slots that you get allocated are really determined by the show and the end time on the show. So what I thought I'd do in this video is actually come to you with some of the tips that I really wanted to share this morning. So the first thing is that whole element of being mindful. You know, digital is both that friend or foe. And in an environment where we have that heightened sense of comparisonitis, which is accompanied by feelings of guilt, shame, worthlessness, how do we actually manage that? Because we can confirm that that heightened sense of comparisonitis increases the longer you are in that online environment. So my first tip is be your own barometer. What does that really mean? It means turn off your app on your phone perhaps, so that you're not constantly being notified that there are messages for you. It also means that perhaps connect with real people for those I heart moments. We know that Dr. Fran Bryn, our clinical psychologist, really talks about the endorphins that are released when you have those I heart connections. So if you're possibly working from home and staying alone, book some time with somebody for a Zoom session or a Facebook message session where you can actually connect with a real person and have a conversation where you can see their body language, you can see their smiles, and you can get a better sense of being connected to someone. One of the other elements that is huge is being of service to others. So that helps with self-worth. So if you are feeling slightly out of things and slightly sad or slightly low of mood, consider giving yourself an ability to be of service to others. Think about your neighbours. Is there somebody who's elderly next door that you can support by going to do some shopping for them? And obviously get that outside nature time. But it's really important that we look after ourselves in this space. In my 30 years of digital and technology experience, we can see that with the increase of use of these mobile devices, this has resulted in an increase of mental health issues amongst our young people, and many families are grappling with this on a daily basis. I have covered some tips in my book that I'm releasing called The Hidden Pandemic, Surviving Social Media. That's free to download on my website, which is www.imenouugh.co over the next period, well, particularly while we're in lockdown. And as I mentioned on the show, we pick up our phones 58 times on average in a day. With heightened digital and news media coverage at the moment, we're tending to turn to our phones a lot more. So be, again, aware that you are turning to it, and put in some strategies around how you manage your phone in a time with a lot of media activity. Now, that leads to that conscious level of consumption. You know, plan time for outside time, nature time, and be conscious of what you're seeing online may not actually be reality, because we know that people share the elements of their life that they want you to see, and that can be a huge contrast and a smoke screen to what is actually going on in their life. And as we know, Michael Hempstead, who talked at one of our recent events, which is Thriving Teens and Tweens, he spoke about the element of sleep. So don't binge watch any movies. Don't binge watch till all hours of the night. Use this time to get some really solid sleep, because solid sleep is one of the keys to mental health as well. So I am here. If anyone would like to have a chat, feel free to reach out to me or any one of the I'm Enough team. The I'm Enough website has got a huge amount of resources online that you are able to access. They're free to download. As I said, I've placed my recent book on the website free to download, and if you're wanting to have a chat with me about anything related to digital, feel free to reach out to me as well. That's Cathy Mellett from Net Branding and I'm Enough.